ウエストバージニア州西部にあるコテージビル小学校。ここでは全校生徒の3分の1が実の親と暮らしていない。
Emma, I see someone else who wants to ask you a question or make a comment.
I don't have them, but I like it.
Oh, that's a very nice comment.
1/3 of my students are not being raised by their biological parents. Even though we're a small school, to have 1/3 of your students not being raised by biological parents is a significant number. I would say in almost all of those cases, it is due to a drug problem. It is not unusual to hear a child talk about drugs that their parents are using. It is not uncommon to hear a child say, my daddy's in jail, or, the police came and took my mom away.
問題になっているドラッグは主に処方箋薬のオピオイド系鎮痛剤だが、高い常習性があるため、そのまま薬物中毒になるケースが後を絶たない。オピオイドの過剰摂取による死亡率は全米の中でも突出している。
The drug situation in Cottageville is it's a very serious situation. Many of the children that attend our school are affected. Most children know somebody that is either currently taking drugs or has been on drugs. Of course, I ask, what do you do when that's happening in your home? And the response for the most part has been that they would just turn and walk out and find something else to do. And that's what I advise them to do.
昼休みになると近くで働く大人が学校に来る。大人との触れ合いが不足している子供に大人との関係を作ってもらうためだ。地元の工場で働くデイビッド・ウィルスもそんなメンターの一人。子供たちと昼休みを過ごし仕事に戻る。
Whenever I was a young child, there was a lot of good teachers and good people in the community that would invest and also enforce what my parents were teaching me of good character, honesty, how to be nice to people. It's a rewarding for me to see the kids and see how happy they are and how they enjoy me coming and spending time with them and having something to do with their life.
コテージビルには両親が育児不能に陥った子供を引き取っている夫婦がいる。これまでに10歳と9歳の女の子、そして2歳半の男の子を受け入れた。
We started fostering because we were just not able to have children of our own.
I come from a big family and always desired to have a big family. And that able to have children of our own, there's all kinds of kids out there that need a home.
Brianna and Riley, they are biological sisters. And their father and mother both have a history of arrests for both possession and for distribution of various illegal drugs. As far as we know, the mother is still drug addicted, the biological father is still drug addicted and in and out of jail. She was like, they all spoke my language, didn't matter, I couldn't stand the place. We were the 6th home within a year. To me, the hardest thing about raising these kids that have been through this is that they've been through a trauma. You don't even know that what you're saying or doing is triggering some kind of negative memory.
You should talk. Your talent's talking. No, it isn't. Shut up.
ウエストバージニアでドラッグが広がっているのは、この地域を支える石炭産業と密接な関係がある。炭鉱労働者が狭い坑道で作業するため、背中や膝、腰を痛めやすい。そこで鎮痛剤を服用して現場に戻ろうとする。次第に中毒になっていく。
The conditions underground is tough. It's just hard work. Most of the miners that retire has had some kind of injury. A lot of them has got back problems, knee problems, leg problems. Myself, I had to have a knee surgery done just probably about 7 or 8 years ago.
かつては炭鉱の町として栄えたウィリアムソン。ここでもドラッグの蔓延が深刻な問題になっている。
Coal mining is a hazardous occupation, so injury and the need for is a true thing, but also this was not perceived as quality health care. It was, let's get paid cash for giving them the right to the pills. Then they had an influx of people from surrounding community, out of town, people
hundreds
coming
of
in,
miles coming in,
and getting it. So it was more of a prescription for cash business, right? And so then there was a lot of pain medicine, sold out of local stores that was really not going to local people.
ウィリアムソンと同じ南西部のカーミット。人口わずか400人の集落だが、ここの薬局は6億円以上の売り上げがあった。当時撮影された映像には、多くの人が店に入る様子が映し出されている。
I think it takes a bad doctor and it takes a bad pharmacist, those are willing to violate their professional oaths for personal gain, frankly. And that is at the core of this problem. That is the use or misuse for non-legitimate medical purposes of what is a very powerful and addictive medication. An epidemic that was ultimately driven by greed and money.
この10年間で石炭から天然ガスに切り替える電力会社が相次いだ。石炭業界の衰退で失業し、それを機にドラッグに溺れた人も少なくない。
Over the last 8 years, people in West Virginia felt that they was like a war on coal. They passed a lot of EPA regulations that hurt coal. It shut down a lot of the coal-powered plants.
It has something to do with the poor economy, the lack of enough work, so that you have a lot of idle people. The opioid epidemic, in fact, became a sort of economy.
ウィリアムソンの薬局も鎮痛剤の不法販売で訴えられている。
People were looking for other types of employment outside of the coal industry. Most of those people cannot pass a drug test. If you have 100 applicants, I would almost guarantee you it would be in the 60 to 75% range of those applicants probably couldn't pass a drug test. So, it has been a sad thing that has affected our people in this area.
チャールストンにはドラッグ中毒になった女性専用の治療施設がある。オピオイド、ヘロイン、覚醒剤などさまざまな薬物の中毒者が毎日のように訪れる。
It started off just experiencing with opiates or pills, marijuana and alcohol. That progressed to stronger opiates, and then that progressed to heroin and methamphetamines. It didn't matter if I was sitting on 12 years of prison or not, I was going to use. I used while on probation, knowing that if I got caught, I would go to prison, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter if I was going to lose my family. It didn't matter if people were dying off of it. I couldn't stop. There's no explanation. I know of more than 10 from here at home, and I know of more than 10 of my friends in Louisville, Kentucky as well.
We work a 12-step program here. We also, show them a new way of living. We give them responsibility. They have jobs inside the house, and they do everyone's laundry. They cook all the foods. They mow all the grass. They just learn basic life skills, how to live. They work on their relationships with their family while they're here, their children, their parents. There's a void that we're trying to fill, and people like us will use anything to fill it. So we're trying to enable them to find a power greater than themselves and learn how to face it, learn how to deal with their emotions.
この施設で働くスタッフも以前はドラッグ中毒だった。
I started using marijuana and alcohol right when I hit college. I was 18. I was prescribed pain pills from the doctor. And then very quickly, within a year, I was already on heroin. Heroin and crack were my drugs of choice. A run where I was homeless and doing anything I could to get drugs, until finally I got arrested, which saved my life in the end, and I got sent to a treatment center just like this one.
It took me 2 weeks to detox. In that state of mind, like, you really just don't want to live anymore. I know I didn't sleep for, I think it was 13 days when I came here. I mean, no one's ever sure that it's going to be okay. There's never a guarantee. You know, they say never say never. I can sit here and say that I'll never use again, but we really don't know. Well, I want to be a mother. I am pregnant right now, actually. So I get to have a child, and I don't have to put it through what I've seen and what I've been through. I've always wanted to be a mother, so that's what I'm looking forward to being.
2016年の大統領選、石炭産業の再生を唱えたトランプ大統領は、ウエストバージニア州で圧倒的な票を獲得した。大統領は、オバマ政権による過度の規制が石炭産業に打撃を与えたと主張。その後は、地球温暖化対策の見直しを進めている。
I don't think it's ever going to get back to where it was, but it's definitely going on the right track with him. We do have a future, it looks like. You know, you do think that, well, you know, he is trying to help the coal miner and trying to get people back to work. And you know, if he's going to do all this building of roads and bridges, he's already said it's the steel made in the United States, so it takes coal to make steel. So it's a win-win for the people here in West Virginia and the coal miners.
もっとも、規制の撤廃で石炭産業が復活するかどうかはわからない。
Frankly, I think expectations were raised falsely. It's not the environmental regulations; those are not the primary impediment right now to a flourishing coal industry. It's cheap natural gas and cheap renewables. And nothing the president is doing is going to change those market forces.
教授は、石炭ではなくエネルギーという観点で州の産業を見直すべきだと語る。
Being on top of the Marcellus Shale, we've got a lot of cheap natural gas. That's a huge tax base. It's jobs. It takes advantage of the fact that we've got this incredible resource of cheap natural gas. I mean, the number of green jobs in terms of renewable energy jobs and energy efficiency substantially outweigh the number of jobs in the fossil fuel industry, and we're way behind on all of those. The policies to promote renewable energy, the policies to promote energy efficiency. We have a truly appalling lack of political courage to adopt policies that are going to stimulate those.
ウエストバージニア州の人たちには石炭に対する強い自負がある。
You know, some would argue the industrialization of the United States that happened in the late 1800s and early 1900s. It's the coal production. It's the coal producing regions of the country that we powered the Industrial Revolution, and it's a source of great pride and a reluctance to move away from that. And I think the difficulty of even having the conversations about moving away from that, it's almost unpatriotic in this state to suggest that we're going to mine less coal or we're not going to continue to be a coal state.